Can you believe this is winter right now? Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be taking you through a deep core workout. We're going to be doing some bodyweight core exercises. We're also going to be doing a little series with, I'm using a 5 kilo dumbbell. You can use whatever you have available to you. If you're working out from home, you can get creative with what you want to use as a weight. And yeah, it's going to be short, it's going to be sharp, but it is going to be spicy. And we're going to get the core and the abdominals, obliques, everything fired up. All right, so let's just start laying down on our backs. So we're going to start with a full body stretch. Let's take our arms overhead, point the toes, trying to create as much distance between the fingertips and the toes as we can. And just taking some nice deep breaths here. That's it. With each inhale, you might find a little bit more length through the body. And then with each exhale, maybe just allowing yourself to soften down here. All right, from here, so we're going to keep the toes pointed. We're going to have the quads active. Hands can come behind the head to support the neck here. Nice deep inhale. On the exhale, we're just going to crunch up. So we want to focus on pressing the lower back into the mat as we crunch and drawing our ribs towards our hip bones. That's it. Nice big exhale as you crunch up. Good. So just nice and easy, just starting to get the core engaged here. I say nice and easy, but I'm already shaking. That's it. All right, focusing on your breath. Exhale as you crunch up. Beautiful. We're going to do 3 more here. Beautiful. Last one. All right, from here, same movement. As we crunch up, we're going to bring the opposite knee in towards the opposite elbow. We're going to alternate here. So we still breathe out as we crunch up, knee to elbow, draw the ribs towards the hips. That's it. Bringing a little bit more intensity here. That's it. Really reach that elbow for the knee. Nice. We want to make sure that when we crunch up, it's coming from those abdominals and that we're not straining through the neck trying to lift. The hands are just gently behind our head to support our neck, but it's our abdominals that are creating the movement and the crunch. Beautiful. All right, let's go 1 more on each side here. Beautiful. And then just resting back out. Let's just stretch it out again for a moment here. Beautiful. All right, we can feel them starting to switch on. Let's get our lower abdominals firing and engaged. So we're going to bring the legs to tabletop. Again, drawing that belly button in towards the spine, nice and flat through the back. I'm just going to take some alternating toe taps here. So slowly lowering one foot down to the ground, to the mat at a time, and then inhaling as we draw that knee back up to tabletop. That's it. Nice and controlled. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we lower down. Good. All right, if we want to make this a little bit more intense and a little bit more spicy, we can take the heels and the knees together, and then we can do a double leg lower here. I can feel the difference straight away. Beautiful. That's it. Exhale as you lower down with control. Inhale on the way up. Let's go 2 more here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to keep the legs in tabletop. Hands are going to come back behind the head. We're going to hold up into that crunch. We're going to come into some bicycles here. So we stay in that crunch position, opposite knee to elbow, extend that other leg long. That's it. Exhale as you crunch. Oh my God, my abs are on fire already. That's it. Making sure you're breathing. Exhale as you crunch across the body. Nice. Keep going here. Ouch. Let's go 4 more each side. Here we go. 3 more. 2. Oh my gosh, burning. Last one. Let's go. Oh, hug the knees in towards the chest. Have a little rest here. Take a little roll through from side to side. Nice deep breaths. Talk about spicy, and we haven't even included the dumbbell yet. All right, from here, we're gonna turn over. Let's give those abs a little stretch out because we've got more to come. So hands next to the chest, and let's just inhale as we come into our cobra stretch here. Nice deep breaths. That sun is so beautiful. That's it, drawing those shoulders down away from the ears. All right, and then from here, we are going to come into tabletop. So this is gonna be our little prone series. So hands are directly underneath our chest, knees are underneath our hips, drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Our back is nice and flat, shoulders are strong. We're gonna flip those toes under. We're gonna hover the knees and then release. You're gonna hover, release. Inhale as we hover. Exhale as we release. Nice. Good. 2 more here, and then we're going to make this harder. Not that it needs to be. All right, so we're going to hover, shoulder tap, release. Good. And again, inhale as we hover, shoulder tap, release. Good. Here we go. Tap, tap, release. Tap, tap, release. Good. So we want minimal movement through the hips. Inhale, tap, tap, release. Good. Let's go. 2 more on each side here. 1, 2. Beautiful. Let's sit back on the heels, walk the fingers out. Have a little rest here. Nice deep breaths. All right, my least favorite of all, plank position. All right, we're gonna bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Now, if being on your toes gets too intense for you, you can easily drop it down onto your knees. So all we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off by lifting the knees, lowering the knees. So if this is too hard, we can start with one and the other. We're gonna lift, we're gonna lower. Burning already. Good. And that's it. Keep going here. Inhale as you lift. Exhale to lower. Keep drawing the ribs towards the hips. Nice and strong through the shoulders. All right, we're gonna lift, we're gonna hold, we're gonna little alternating knee taps here. Nice and quick, here we go. Good. Keep going here. You got this. We're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ow, sit it back, have a rest. Oh, are your abs burning? Mine are burning. All right, we've got 1 more prone exercise here, and then we're gonna get the dumbbell involved. Yay, who's excited for that? All right, let's find our plank position again. Nice and strong. We're gonna find some hip rotations here. So taking the hip down to one side, inhale as we come through center, transferring through to the other side. This is so good for working the obliques. Good, nice, slow, controlled movement here. Focus on the breath. Inhale as you transfer, side to side. One of the biggest mistakes people can make when doing core and ab exercises is they can actually hold their breath. We want to make sure we're breathing through consistently. And if you're talking, it's a good way to make sure that you're breathing. Let's go, 2 more on each side. Sun is warm, I'm sweating. What a good day. Last one, burning. All right, come down, let's stretch it out. Oh my gosh, hands next to the chest. Inhale as we come up, nice deep breaths. Nice stretch through the abs because we're not done. We're not even close to being done. No, I'm just kidding. Just a little bit more to go. That's it, sitting back on those heels. Just let the heart rate come down a little bit. Beautiful. And then from here, we are going to turn over. So we'll bring our dumbbell in. As I said, if you don't have a dumbbell available to you, you could use your water bottle, get creative with what you want to use. All right, we're going to start with some Russian twists. So we're going to begin with heels on the mat. The reason why is I want it to be a controlled movement. I want the twist to really come from the torso. Sometimes when I see people do these with their feet off, they're like a little bit sloppy. There's a lot going on. So we really want the slow controlled movement so we hit the core muscles that we are trying to hit. So heels are going to be on the mat. We're going to hold the dumbbell in front of our chest, and then we're going to twist, hand touches the mat, inhale as we come back through center, side to side. So the way that we can make this more challenging is we can take it further back so we can get more of a lean. Good. Inhale as you come through center, exhale as you twist. Nice. Good. Heart rate's up, sunshine on the skin. How good. Beautiful. Let's go 2 more on each side. Inhale, inhale. Beautiful. All right, let's shuffle our bums forward and come all the way down into a laying position on our mat. So we have the knees bent. We're going to take the dumbbell overhead. Arms can have a bend in them here. So we're going to inhale as we come up. We're going to twist to one side, twist to the other side, bring it back to the chest. Lower down with control. Dumbbell comes above the head. Exhale as we come up. Side to side. Control back down. Good. So it's a sit up with an oblique twist. Nice. Make sure you keep that core engaged. Make sure you focus on your breath. That's it, side to side. So this little core workout that we're doing now, you could absolutely isolate this and just do this on any day, or a really good little workout to incorporate at the end of your training session, at the end of a run, anything like that. So I'm going to try and just keep it short and sweet so that you can easily incorporate this. All right, we're going to come all the way down. From here, we're going to take the dumbbell directly up above the chest. Arms are nice and straight. We're going to take the feet up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And then from here, we're going to do toe taps with the dumbbell. So we're just going to crunch that dumbbell up as high as we can, breathing out as we crunch up. Again, here, we want to make sure that the crunch is coming from the abdominal. So focus on closing out that gap between your ribs and your hips rather than pressing up through the chest as such. That's it. Exhale as we come up. Good. Let's go 5 more here. Two more. We're going to stay in this position. 1, 2. Beautiful. All right. Here's where it gets fun. We're going to incorporate a leg raise with actually let's start with leg raises. Lower with control, exhale as we come up. We will build on this. That's it. So just focus on lowering down with control, exhale as we come up. I know you're trying to pre-anticipate what's coming next. All right, so we're going to add on a reverse crunch. So we leg raise, hips up, lower down with control. Inhale as we come up, exhale the reverse crunch and back down. That's it, so leg raise with a reverse crunch. Oh my God, we're burning already. All right, give me 3 more here. 1, 2, burning, last one. Whew. Put your dumbbell down, hug your knees in towards your chest, little roll through from side to side. Youch. All right, 1 more exercise to go. We're going to do it together. We're going to do 15 reps and then we'll stretch it out. We're going to need our dumbbell for our last one. All right, get ready. So we are going to do a dumbbell butterfly sit up. So feet together, knees are nice and wide. The dumbbell is going to touch the mat above your head. From here, nice deep inhale in. We're going to exhale as we sit up. Dumbbell touches the mat in front of your toes. Here we go. We're going to do 15 here together. This is our last little burner. Good. Make sure that dumbbell touches. See if you can keep your feet planted on the mat. I love that when I'm doing an exercise and I notice like where my body starts to try and compensate. Then I can use that as a reminder for you guys. Good. All right, I've lost count because I've been talking. What do you reckon? That's about 6, 7. Breathe out on the way up. 8, 9, 10. Good. Here we go. We have 5 more together. Let's do it. We're almost done. 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, here we go. 15, beautiful. Put the dumbbell down, hug the knees in towards the chest, little roll through from side to side. Nice work, the hard part's done. We can enjoy the stretch. All right, from here, let's turn over. So on our bellies, hands next to the chest, inhale as we come up into our cobra. Nice abdominal stretch here. That's it, deep breath. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful, and then from there, we're gonna sit back on those heels. Give the shoulders a little stretch out. Nice. On the inhale, let's come up into our downward dog. Just release the hamstrings by pedaling out through those feet. That's it. Let's just find stillness here. 2 deep breaths. Let the head hang down, releasing any tension through the neck. And then nice and slowly walking those hands back towards your feet. And we're just going to roll up. Back to standing. Give the shoulders a roll back at the top. All right. We are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.